I've told you that numerous times where I apologize for repeating myself, but where I'll reference movies and I'm just dying laughing because I think it's funny as heck. And I realized that the movie was made before my students were born. That I'm trying to get to laugh from the movie.
It's a funny. I just need to share the link out now, by the way. But I think I've asked you that like 5 separate times now too.
What's that? The Civilians?
Yeah.
I made a Billy Madison reference today, and I can't remember what it was, but I mean, in my own head, I die laughing because I can see Adam Sandler doing it. And then like when I reference a movie, I can see the guy doing it in the movie, and I just think it's hilarious. And then, nobody else sees what's in my head, so it's not as funny for them, which I just don't get.
All right, we got an excellent connection.
Perfect. Oh, I gotta get on.
Share. Copy link. Okay, let me.
Huh. Mine says waiting. Maybe I gotta refresh it. Oh, wait, is mine?
Hang on, we're gonna take a picture quick.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
My comments are ready, but the video is not going. I'm just gonna get out.
Oh, you might have clicked on the upcoming one. I scheduled one and it
gotcha.
Yeah, no, it's anything that can go wonky is going wonky right now.
Sure. So one waiting, it says. That's probably me.
Yeah, no, you're still on the upcoming video.
Am I? Where's the new one?
There should be one that's straight up live. Sorry, folks. We're having some technical difficulties.
No, it's just me. Oh, there it is. There's my ugly mug looking up like, oh, now I got to mute. Dang it. All right. We just gotta sit there and listen to me trying to figure out technology. All right. I'm good, Teague. Rock and roll, buddy.
Perfect. I'm just gonna get a story up quick, get a link up here.
Oh shoot. I can't see comments if I do it.
Steve, do you happen to have the matchups in front of you yet?
I do.
Do you wanna start giving a little rundown here while I share the link out?
Oh, the first team?
Or like the 8 duels that we're doing tonight?
Oh, sure. The 8 duels.
Yeah.
First off, Tim's gonna be happy. First one is Rapids versus Iowa Grant Highland. First round of 32. Then we have River Falls and Winneconne. The Wolves and the River Falls. I cannot remember River Falls mascot. Milton versus St. Croix Falls. That's our third matchup. And we got the Neenah versus McGuanago. That's match number 4. Coleman Evansville. Pretty pumped for that one. Random Lake Aquinas, which I thought was going to be a blowout, but I had pretty darn close coming down to the wire. Can't remember. Was that got 2 left, Nicolet and Prairie du Chien. And then the last one of the night is Brilliant and Kaukauna. Right down Highway 10.
Folks who are tuned in, what ones are you looking forward to tonight? I know which ones I'm looking forward to, but I have a lot of number things in my head right now, so I'll talk about that as we Steve, you said Coleman Evansville you liked a lot.
Yeah, I just like 2 teams I really like.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a very good 5-28 matchup.
Right. I don't think there's a bad one in the bunch. I like some of the comments too previously is people are like, man, too bad we can't just make this happen. It'd be a lot of fun. We don't have that much power. Shoot, did I lose the whole link, Teague? What the heck is going on with me here? Oh, there I am. Tim Spray says Neenah and McGuanago he's looking forward to. Me as well. I get to see the McGuanago Stoughton matchup. I was calling the action with Pat Yelk. It's kind of cool. Pat and I had a good time doing that, but that was an awesome match. But what would have been good is if now it's going to be able to do that, but you have the top 2 teams. So there's gonna be 4 teams at a sectional. It would have been nice to throw Milton in that 3-way race of representing
Okay.
that sectional. That'd have been a good one.
I got something out on Instagram.
Yeah. Hurry up, Teague. What's going on here?
First round.
And we apologize. We were supposed to do this last night. Family comes first. Just send a little good vibes Teague's way. Teague's grandma is, I don't know, Teague, I don't want to spoil anything for you or say anything wrong, but Teague's grandma took a turn for the worse and is not doing so well. So Teague took the opportunity to possibly go say goodbye to her. So it was pretty honorable and admirable. And so we moved
Steve,
this.
I think
to the
no,
next-
I think you worded that perfectly. Yeah, no. Sorry, I'm still sharing stuff, but yeah, just health took a wrong, and like she's at that age where that'll happen. She's lived a very fulfilling life, but I just wanted to take the time to go say what I needed to say to her, and I just ended up spending more time in Brookfield than I anticipated. But that's one of those things that you don't take back, right?
Absolutely. Teague, I'm excited to get this rocking. I know I always like your analysis. You do a good job with it.
Well, let's Jason Champagne's ready to roll here. And good. I'm glad we got Jason on here. He can let us know if there's any discrepancies with the Holman match. All right, folks, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to run through all 14 matches of the duel, and then I'll kind of talk about kind of how the coin flip affected things, some pretty big matches in there. Maybe I'll give a preview of the duel as well. Steve's got the color commentary. He's going to be handling the comments and whatnot. Like I said, that's our first time. So any technical stuff, just be patient, stuff will happen, but no, I think this will be a fun one. All right. Share screen. First one up, we got first seeded Rapids taking on Iowa Grant Highland. So we got the matchups here pretty much set up 152 through 106. Steve, let me know if that pulls up on the screen here.
Yep, you're there. You're good to go.
But basically what I have, some results I have set perfectly. And I looked at a lot of these matches. Me and I had a couple anonymous helpers as well.
Oh, nice.
There's a lot of stuff to look through. But
you said anonymous helpers. I'm like, I was going to ask, who are they? Never mind. That'd make them unanonymous.
But yeah, no, I did not do this also. I cannot take credit for this like solely. But there's some matches where like there's a result that's basically cut and dry. Otherwise, I have a probability wheel to help determine some swing matches, maybe some matchups that might flip another way, whether it be like decision major or whatnot. But we'll figure that out as we go along here. So Rapids, Iowa Grant Highland up first. Like we said, Rapids runner-ups in their regional. Iowa Grant Highland also. Just a couple teams that were runner-ups in very tough regionals. And like I said, Rapids got the 1 seed. That's a very good dual team, very good team in general. But yeah, let's get rolling here. 152 pounds. So we gave 6 to Brett Bach here. 160 pounds. We gave Weidman a 50-50 decision. A 50-50 chance at either a decision or a major over Colton Cuts. So we're going to head over to our little wheel.
Oh, I got you. I thought you were going to make me be the breaker. I had Weidman winning as well, but
so Iowa Grant Highland, it's just they hold it to a decision there. That's basically how the wheel works. If there's a 50-50 call. So Colton Cuts holds to just a decision. 170 pounds. Oh, this one's going to be interesting. I got to switch up this wheel here real quick. So at 170 pounds, I gave Kyler Tritz an 80% chance of getting a pin, 20% chance of getting a major. Oh, that's how I can do that. Oh,
oh, I like that wheel. That's
Yeah,
way,
no, it's
way above my technology pay grade. Oh, I see what you're doing. 80% chance of, so he got the pin.
all right. So that's 6 there for Rapids. 182 pounds. We got Fisher versus Brock Hop. All this one, all Brock Hop's losses were pins. We gave Fisher the pin here.
Okay.
195 pounds. We gave Mr. Cal Dorota got 6 points.
Yes.
220 pounds. Tanner Gormanson versus Jackson Chemnitzer. This one was a straight up Chemnitzer decision. Chemnitzer just had some he had some tough losses against really good competition.
Sure.
Heavyweight here, we got Hansen versus Biba, and then we gave 6 to Hansen here, and like I think Hansen has like an edge in this match, but a lot of it is a lot of Biba's losses are pins, a lot of Hansen's wins are pins. 106 pounds. Freeman, we got Freeman versus Christensen. I gave this one a 50-50 tech or pin. I love this wheel. I'm obsessed with it. All right, so that's 6 to Rapids there. Go back, let them play the noise. Okay, 113 pounds. We got Preston Spray versus Elliot Biba. We just gave Spray a 4 straight up. And then I think Rapids has the duel clinched at this point. If not, I think they have it here. 120 pounds, Armagost major pin. Like the confetti that shoots after every.
It's pretty sweet. It's a nice effect.
And I think pin there for Rapids. So pretty good duel for Rapids in general.
Yeah.
126 pounds. Gave Freeman the pin there. 132 pounds.
Is Freeman a pinner? Is Freeman a pinner? I think if I remember.
Yeah, Freeman is a pinner. Yeah, just some of these like Freeman has quite a few pins, and also Smelzer got pinned quite a few times as well to guys that are like around like Freeman's caliber.
Yeah.
Let's see. 132 pounds. We got Meyer versus Welsh. I think I did 50-50 here in favor of Welsh, whether it be a major or a decision. Welsh picks up 4 there. 138 pounds. Bean versus Lindner. Oh, swing match here. We like swing matches.
Sure.
I try to go like not use the wheel too much, but
right. I gave it to Linder, but
Linder gets the edge there. And then last one, 140, got another swing match. I know the duel's like out of hand, but I think it's like the diplomatic thing to do.
Sure.
I'll quit talking about matches as much before, but all right. And Iowa Grant Highland takes that swing match as well. So
what'd you have? 49 to okay.
49 to 19 here, Steve. I mean, what were your thoughts on this matchup?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I had mine was not as scientific as Teague. I just kind of go through it based off what I know of guys. I actually had it 35-22 Rapids. So mine was a little bit closer than yours. But yeah, we had a lot of them similar.
Yeah, I know. And I honestly, Iowa Grant, I will say that they have a very good team. I just think this ended up being a poor matchup for them. So we got Rapids moving on. The wheel came up for Rapids at 138. Whoops, my bad.
What, say again? Yeah,
Tim said that Bean would argue that the wheel came up for Rapids.
Oh, sure.
Tim, are you betting on the spread or something? What's going on here? No.
Yeah, but I pretty easily I had Rapids moving on as well. I think just the depth, right? I mean, Iowa Grant's a good team, but Rapids they're pretty deep.
This brings us to a really interesting one, Steve. We got the 16 versus 17 Winneconne versus River Falls. I'll talk about the weight stuff after, but this one just made my head spin in terms of potential moves to be made here. So Winneconne did win the toss. They chose to send first on the even ones. These were basically going to be the matches. But 152 pounds in year. We gave him a 60-40. Here, I'm just going to make this full. I trust you to point out the comments for me.
Oh yeah. Tim's winning the battle of the comments right now. He's up 8-0. No, 8-2. Something.
Winneconne.
Wait, what? You're going that Meunier 50-50 would only win this match, or are you doing bonus points?
No, I'll show you.
Gotcha.
So I think Winneconne, he's either Meunier's either getting a major or a pin here. And 60% major. That would probably go in 40, 60. Okay. All right. So Meunier picks up a pin there at 152 pounds.
I'm going to change that in my scoring.
Also, folks, sorry if we don't have all the extras entered correctly. It's just a lot of moving pieces.
Right.
Next one up here, 160 pounds. Oh, this works out. Okay. So we got Hayden versus Hanky. This one, another deal where it's 60-40 for Hayden. Like more than likely he's going to get a major here. I'm actually just going to keep, maybe instead of just a team wheel, I should also have like a major.
You're talking for the Hayden one. Yeah.
So Winneconne saves a major there.
Okay.
170 pounds. We got 70-30 between Jacob Range and Nathaniel Jack Gort. I think it was a 70% chance. So Jacob Range, I put that Jacob Range is going to get the win. Whether it's a pin or not, we will find out here. And this one's a decision or a pin here, Steve.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't think he was going to get a major or a tech. I just have a regular decision. But like you said, River Falls up high has so many options for what they could do.
Yeah, 100. So here, this one kind of goes fast. We gave Cole 6 at 182 pounds.
Yep.
100 at 95 pounds. Winneconne more than likely gets the pin. 220 pounds looks close record wise, but the resumes are very different. We gave McCarty 6 here.
Okay.
Vito Massa gets 6 at 106 pounds. Got a good old fashioned swing match.
You have a swing match at 106?
Yeah.
Oh, do you have Malter down there? Mine has or do you have Longdorf? I can't see yours.
So I have Longdorf. We have Jonah Longdorf versus Chase Sternard.
Huh.
And then Winneconne wins that swing match. That makes it 25-15 with 6 matches to go here. 113 pounds. We got Molter versus Marks. Straight up just gave Molter a major there. 120 pounds. Peterson. So I gave Peterson the edge in this one, Steve, and basically all of Peterson's wins are pins.
Okay.
I've heard that he's a big headlocker. So I was kind of under the impression if Peterson's getting a win, he's probably also getting the pin here over Caden Bane. 126 pounds. We got Sia versus Sternard. 70-30 force. Okay. So for this one, I said Sternard would have a 30% chance of getting a pin. Not I. We.
Sure.
Me and the council. We'll say the council.
I just have Snarter as a major, but
Sternard picks up the pin.
okay.
132 pounds. I gave 3 to Kleinschmidt.
Yep.
And then Brody Hart 6. And then Aiden Hart gets 3. And man, what a duel.
Yeah. What'd you have for the score?
35-33 River Falls.
Oh, really?
They hold on. Yep.
I have 34-31 Winneconne.
So is that what you had for your prediction?
That was my final prediction. Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a matter of like one match going either way.
Yeah.
This one was really interesting here. So moves wise, there's a lot of things that could have been done. Winneconne winning the toss was huge for them because they kind of put River Falls in a bind. They kind of had to either match Longsdorf up against Vanier in that first match or like try to bump everyone up. But there wasn't like too much of an advantage with bumping everyone up. Plus, there was stuff Winneconne could have done if they did move everyone up as well. So winning the toss here definitely did help Winneconne, but I think River Falls was just a smidge. I think they were just like a tad better than Winneconne, essentially.
Sure.
Is what it came down to. And again, like part of that kind of comes with the matchups as well.
Well, and let's be real too. They're not putting Vito out against Logan Johnson at heavyweight. You know what I mean? they're gonna move that around to get him probably at 220, or do they try to move Vito down? I mean, this is Team State a week later. Can they move him down to 195 and wrestle Krings and slide everybody else up?
Oh, so you made a really good point, Steve. Okay. I tried to use whether it be regionals, like the last regular season duel, team sectionals, or team state.
Yep.
I used like the last iteration of a team's roster.
Okay.
So River Falls at team sectionals, Vito weighed in at 220. And then everyone else was 195 or lower.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Vito basically has to wrestle heavyweight for River Fall, but Winneconne is in a weird spot too, where all of their 70 and 82 pounders were 170 or 182.
Gotcha.
So they couldn't bump Dylan Krings up to 220. They'd give up a forfeit at 195 essentially.
Gotcha. Okay.
Another thing that we were looking at is like moving Garrett Marks away at 113, but then you're risking potentially giving up 12 total points there. Again, this one was a fun duel. Like, if you're a head coach, like your head spinning over this one, but
sure.
I think just a lot of good matchups, and yeah, River Falls comes out on top here.
Well, and if there was a tiebreaker, Tim had 34-29. So he was yours was what, 34-30? Teague?
The final ended up being 35-33.
30. So yours was within 2. His was within 5. Mine was within 3 the other way. Yeah, tight.
All right, Milton versus St. Croix Falls. All right, so 152 pounds starting off. Milton did win the toss. They elected to send first on evens. So we start off right away with a swing match at 152. And also, this is one of those duels too, or yeah, no, I'll discuss more after. We got Sam Glenna versus Parker Kirsten, I think it is. Oh, also Milton's the home team. I'll switch up team names here, but the home team won. So Milton wins what I would say is a pretty big swing match there. They get 3 points at 160 pounds. We got Cole Marco versus Michael Schleem. I said it's an 80% chance that Marco gets a major here, 20% chance that he just ends up getting the decision. All right. So Marco with the decision there.
Just a regular.
At 170 pounds, we gave Aiden Sinclair a pin. 182 pounds, Cade DeSormo gets a pin over Bryce Hoff. 195, there's Eckert versus Utgard. And then again, Eckert did get 6 here. I was almost gonna put the wheel on this one. Eckert had some weird losses, but I think his resume was still pretty overwhelming compared to Utgard.
What do you have for a record for him? I have a different guy in mind. So
at 195.
yeah, for St. Croix Falls.
Oh, I have Utgard is 7-12.
7-12. Okay.
Yeah. 220 pounds. So got a couple of swing matches here, Steve. So
Yep.
we'll if you just want to help me remember the wheel here, or wait, this doesn't count. This is not a swing match.
Heavyweight's a swing match.
So, we 50. Okay. So 221st here. So Milton wins the swing match at 220.
2 swing matches for Milton.
Oh, I didn't mean to spin the wheel the first time.
No, I meant the 152 pounds.
Oh yeah. So St. Croix Falls. So, oh yeah, good call. Keeping track of the swing matches. So 220 heavyweight, 106 pounds. We gave 6.
Wait, hold on. Who did you give? Who won the heavyweight on yours? And I apologize. I just can't.
St. Croix Falls won the. Sorry, am I moving back and forth too fast?
No, you're good. I just, it's pretty small writing on my. I got 2 screens up, so I have you on my smaller
okay.
One. So I have my bigger one up front.
113 pounds. Let's see. Slam. We got Slamma versus Kellen Kelly. And Kellen Kelly, very good wrestler. Aiden Slamma, he had a very good year. I think yeah. I think we got to talk about him during a Podium Winner Palooza a little bit, but in this one, I think I said there was a 70% chance that Slamma ends up getting a major here.
Okay. And you gave it to him.
£120. Johnson versus Fleck. Got a swing match.
Yep.
And that one goes in St. Croix's direction. So is that 2-2 in swing matches, Steve?
Yep.
All right. Next up, we got Haldeman versus David Saver. Excuse me. Or sorry, not Haldeman. Oh, yeah, it is Haldeman versus David Saver.
Okay.
I had this one 50-50 on whether it be a decision or a major.
I just put major. Gave it to him.
Oh, yep, gets the major. 132 pounds. So this one is 50-50. Clark's winning here, whether it's a major or a pin.
Okay.
Is the real question.
Oof. Yeah, that's what I had a pin down. Clark's pretty tough. I know the records are similar, but he has a lot of tough losses.
And 138 pounds. Mason Will versus Hunter Kilajewski. This one, so Will does have a really good record, but a lot of his matches are like kind of in that decision major category. So this one again, it's 50-50 decision or major. I should maybe check the score of the duel here. But
You're at 38, right?
yep. So after 38, it's 32-25. And then for Royce Nilo versus Griffin Marco, I just gave Nilo the decision on that one.
Okay.
Straight up.
And what's your final score?
So final score here, 35-25 Milton.
Okay. All right. Tim, let us know what you had. I had 31-29 for Milton.
So, looks like Tim used Prokop at 95. Okay. You had 31-29.
Yep, for Milton.
Yeah, and this was one of those, I think a big thing for St. Croix Falls was trying to match up, try to get Marco away from Nilo. So when Milton won the toss, I think that was huge for them.
Okay. Tim had 31-23 Milton.
I think otherwise, I mean, I think it was pretty much straight up. But yeah.
There we go. All right. Match of the day coming up here.
Nina versus McGuanago.
I'm just looking at my final score and I'm excited to announce it.
I think in Milton just had so much from 70 to 95 that it's hard to when you're going against good teams, giving up 18 points on pins is tough. That's it's tough to come back from. All right. Nina versus McGuanago. 100. Also, keep in mind, this is like the 8 seed versus the 25 seed.
Right.
And this is.
And McGuanago's the 8 seed, correct?
This is a duel. Yeah, this is a duel that's worth the price of admission for sure. Okay, here we go. So McGuanago won the toss here. We'll talk more about how that maybe affected things, but 152 pounds. Nick Novak gets the decision over at Devin Lawrence here. 160 pounds. We got Carey versus Elaveshki. Big pinner gets 6 there. 170 pounds. We got Gas versus Jacoby, which means we have a swing match. Want to go? Nina.
At what one you said at 70?
170 pounds.
Yeah.
And that goes in Nina's favor there. 182 pounds. Joey Dringolia versus Hayden Chitwood.
Good match. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not good match.
Hayden Chitwood picks up 6 there. All right. Next one up, Munoz versus Crimplebine.
And don't get deceived by Dane's record. He's much better wrestler than a 22-18 record.
So this was one of those. Like Crimplebine, he does have like a deceiving record. Munoz, like the 32-14, also like it's crazy to say this, but he's also like better than that. It's one of those deals. Munoz is like a lot of his wins are pins. So on this one, I did 60-40 pin decision for Munoz. So let's see. I do think Munoz gets the win over Crimplebine. I think a lot of Crimplebine's losses are to guys that are just like a cut above him. And I think Munoz is like in that category. Yeah.
And word on the street is Crimplebine was wrestling hurt all year as well. I think it was an ankle injury and you couldn't tell, but he just didn't seem like he wasn't the same wrestler he was as the year before. Meaning he wasn't limping on it. However, he wasn't as fast as he always was.
And Crimplebine, nice job there. Able to hold off the pin. Oh, no, he does not get the next one. 220 got another swing match here, Steve.
220. Yes.
And this one, this time it goes in favor of McGuanago.
Yeah, two tough kids.
All right. Next one up, we got Bryce Fox versus Wolf Schnabel.
Full name Wolfgang Schnabel. All name team. I have it written down. One of these days we're going to get to the all name team. I know we keep talking about it, but wasn't it?
This one I gave, I
wait,
think.
Hold on, Tim. Tim has a question. Wasn't that a decision or a pin? What?
Who
which
did I
one?
give it? Who did it land on?
Tim, what weight are you asking? Was he asking for? I think he was asking 220.
Real quick here at 285.
Oh, 195. What was that 195, Teague? Was it a decision or a pin?
195 was. Oh yeah, it was pinner decision. Okay, good catch. Yeah. So that saves a point for McGuanago there. Yep. No, good call. Next, okay, 106 pounds. So McGuanago winning the toss here. This was kind of where it played in. I don't think they want Stakowski versus Herm.
Mm-hmm.
So this matchup says Stakowski versus Herm. But I think what happens here is here. Nick Needham is going to go in at 106.
Okay. I agree with that.
Stakowski goes in at 13. And then unless you want to take it to the wheel here, Steve, I did give 6 to Jacob Herm.
Correct.
And 113 pounds. I gave Stakowski the decision here. So Hella did wrestle up quite a bit on the year, and Stakowski, I just think Stakowski's a better wrestler, but she is giving up a lot of weight. I think it's tough for her to pull bonus points on this one.
Yeah, especially moving up. Agreed.
120 pounds, gave 6 to Whittier here. 126 pounds. I think I got 50-50. So Shepard's either getting a decision or a major.
Teague, look at the questions. Tim's wondering, he said it landed on McGuanago for the
Oh, he
spinner.
was talking for 190. I got that one fixed.
You got it. Okay.
I said 195 is winning no matter what.
Okay.
So McGuanago holds that one to just a decision. Shepard still gets the win. William Rambert versus Brady Wiersbicki. So the next two, I gave 3 to Wiersbicki. I gave 3 to Wazinski. And then this last one, we'll keep it 50-50. I think the duel's pretty much over, but Gable's either getting a major or a pin here. And it landed on Nina. And yeah. Oh, wait. So Gable would get 4. So 34-21. I mean, for a 13-point duel, Steve, I'd say it's like deceivingly like I'd say it was closer than that. You look at I'd say the fact that it's like this low scoring was pretty major as is. Also, and I think McGuanago, there's a couple of matches that maybe could have been closer to swing matches or a 60-40, 70-30, but I gave to McGuanago as well. And it's almost like McGuanago in some spots is just a little bit better than Nina. They got that swing match at 220, which was big, but
sure.
Yeah.
Well, Teague, I'll tell you 2 things. My original one, because I didn't have, originally I had Gable wrestling first at 152. I didn't have him at the end. And then I didn't even think about the move at 106 with Stakowski. But originally I had it 29-28 Nina. But after moving a couple things around and rethinking, I have 28-25 for McGuanago. And pretty close. Tim and I you had it bigger than Tim and I. Tim had it 30-29 McGuanago. So all three of us had McGuanago.
Yeah, McGuanago's flexibility like at 106 and then also from like 38 through 52 is pretty big for them.
Mhm.
They can use that in a multitude of ways. But I think we go right from one duel that a lot of people were keeping track on right to another one. We got the 528 matchup here, Steve.
Yep.
Got Coleman versus Evansville. Mr. Champagne, I use the rosters from Teen State. I try to go by those weights. So if I messed up anywhere along the lines, that's my bad. But imperfect science we're working with here. But what was I gonna say? 162 pounds. Is it Kinzinger, I think? Or 160. There's a 16-4 guy from Coleman that didn't wrestle since the Cutlers, but he was on the final roster. I didn't include him in this one.
Okay.
I can include him in on the next match. So I just don't know what like his status was. So Evansville won the toss here, which I thought was big for Evansville at first, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll talk more about that at the end here.
I'm assuming he's taking a shot here, but Tim says he has Evansville 84-0.
Evans. Starting off here. So Tim's prediction already going off the rails. I gave Will Bieber 6 here at 52 pounds. 160 pounds. Nowak versus Braunschweig. 43-10 versus 15-10. I gave 3 to Braunschweig here, Steve. I don't know what you had in that one, but
same. I did 3 for Braunschweig.
Okay, 170 pounds. I got a Kukta versus Heiser. Here's the deal. Kukta doesn't get pinned a lot, and I think Heiser is more of a techer than a pinner. I gave straight up 5 to Heiser.
Teague, we're sharing a brain today, buddy. I got the same thing. It's not
Sorry
good
for
for
you that you have to share a brain with me.
Darn it. You took away my rip.
Yep.
I was just about ready to say.
All right.
Bad news for you.
182 pounds. Klimek versus Charlie Braunschweig.
Good match.
I actually gave 4 to Cole there.
I did too. There's no way Charlie's getting pinned, but I agree with you.
And 195, I gave 6 to Liam Spike here.
Tough wrestler, yes. Liam is a beast. He'll throw guys around. Absolutely.
220 pounds. We got Damian Burke versus Balin Kroll. Oh, this one's an interesting one. Okay, let's see. This one, I think it's a decision or a major I put for Kroll here.
Okay. Just a decision, right?
So Burke holds it to a decision. Okay.
Big point.
Heavyweight. I gave 6 to Zahn on this one. Zahn pinned a lot of great kids this year.
He did. Made it to, what did he take? 4th in our Palooza? If I remember there, 3rd.
Zahn? Oh man, no, he ended up, I think, was he 5th or 6th? In the fan bracket, I believe he placed. I think he might have just missed. I don't know, man. That was a 285 was kind of, it was top heavy, if you will. But yeah. Let's see, 106 pounds. So 106 pounds, Connor Markowitz. Oh, yep. I just got to switch something up here real quick. So
at 106, you're switching it?
So
Great.
Blake Fry and Gunnar Katzenmeyer at team sectionals both weighed in at 106.
Agreed. Yeah.
I'll talk about this one at the end of this conundrum, but I gave Katzenmeyer 4 here.
At 106.
Yes.
Okay.
So then 113 pounds. I gave Lemieux. He's either getting a major or a pin here.
Yep. If he's wrestling Fry.
If he's wrestling Fry. Yep. So that's kind of big by Evansville there. So 20 to 21, then 120 pounds with Owen Heiser. Danny Heiser, my bad.
Danny, yep.
I was about to just start spouting off like basic names there. This one's either 5 or 6.
Yep, I have 5.
And Steve, this is kind of where Evansville had a really good duel up until this point, and this is where just Coleman being pretty good at every spot just kind of comes back. At some point, it's going to bite most teams. For 126 pounds, I gave a decision or major for Gross. Gross just ends up getting a decision there. 132 pound, I just straight up gave Gruber a major. 138 pounds. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Never. I have this one as a swing match.
For which weight? 132?
138
38.
between Kukta and Miller.
Yeah.
There's something in Miller's resume that was so I gave Miller the edge there. I think maybe that could have been like 60-40 Kukta.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that. But
Hey,
regardless,
real quick, going back to 120, Tim's with me. He's got either Danny Heiser getting 4 major or 5. He said Nowak is good at controlling risks and not getting turned. I don't think Heiser's going to pin him. So I had 5, and I think he's going to get teched or majored. But yeah, just saying, 2 of us disagree with you, T.
Oh yeah, well Heiser ends up getting the the fact that I gave Heiser like the thing with the pin, I guess people could argue against, but
I don't think it's going to matter coming down to it. But
yeah, so real quick here, 145. I gave 6 pounds to Casper.
6 points too.
So 33-29 Coleman. Was this what did you have this pegged out as, Steve?
I had 35-25 for Coleman. So
35-29,
35-25, so
35-25.
Yep.
So this one was,
I had Evansville winning up until 120 after 120, but I had Coleman winning the last 4 matches.
Yeah, I think if I could go look back on that one, I think I maybe could have been a little more generous, like with Kukta's percentages at least. But I don't know. Is Jason Champagne still on here? Jason, what did you end up doing this duel, Jason? Because I'd love to hear what you had for the score personally.
Tim had 33-28 Coleman, so we had a 5-point match.
So Steve, real quick here, I just think with the movement, it was big that Evansville won. I thought it was big that Evansville won at first, but there's no way. They have Heiser and Braunschweig at 70 and 82. They're both at 70. There was no way they were going to try to get Heiser on Klimek, because I think Coleman would have pushed Klimek up to 95. I think that would have been a matchup that they would have avoided. I think ideally for Evansville, they would have liked to have won, like try to go 3 of 3 there from 170 to 195.
Sure.
And then there was another thing that maybe Evansville could have tried at 106 and 113, where it really could have backfired. I think if it's at a different point in the duel, there's a different starting weight, it would have been interesting, but
sure,
they maybe could have put Blake Fry at 106 and Gunnar Katzenmeyer at 113. Katzenmeyer's a good wrestler, but he was definitely a better wrestler at 106 pounds.
Yes.
And
agreed.
I just think wrestling someone like Lemieux at 113, that would have been a tough win for him to get. I think that could have been more of like a desperation move by Evansville. If it's like, well, if we're going to lose by this much, might as well try to go for a win and lose by more. But I kind of played it safe there with the Evansville call at 106. But I think Evansville matched up well with Coleman. Coleman's just a deep team.
Yep. Agreed.
So next one up here, Random Lake versus Aquinas.
But looking forward, Evansville this coming year, they have a really tough team. A lot of guys coming back, and their 8th graders last year coming up to be freshmen. They got a lot of kids coming in.
Well, I think Evansville is going to have a fun duel against whoever loses this one. Steve, I think the consolation matches are going to be pretty wild.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Random Lake Aquinas here, 152 pounds. We got Random Lake D3 Team State qualifier Aquinas, who lost in the finals by one, the sectional finals by 1 to Fenimore. This is kind of a matchup like should Aquinas they're proving that they should be at Team State right here, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But 152 pounds, we got Jaden Young versus Joe Pinky. Also, Aquinas won the toss. They chose to go odds first. I gave 6 to Pinky here. At 160 pounds, Steve, let me know if you had anything different or how you kind of thought about this match. But I gave 3 straight up to Calvin Hargrove.
Yep.
With Torin Vandenbush.
It was a hard one. I thought it was tough for me not to pick Torin because he's a tough kid, but I went with Calvin as well.
170 pounds. We gave David Moline got 6 points here. 182 pounds. This is where Aquinas winning the toss is kind of big. They're probably going to, Schwabe's going to go up first at 82. And then Aquinas is going to bump Riley Clark up. They're going to send one of their backups in there. So Schwabe gets 6 there. This matchup here, Clark's either getting a decision or a major. There was one common opponent here between Clark and Upson. That was similar. Also, I'd say we're making good time on this for talking about 112 matchups.
You bet.
Random Lake. So this one is for a decision or a major for Riley Clark at 195 pounds.
$195. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to move my guys around here.
That's a decision for Clark. At 220 pounds, we got Jordan Arndt versus Will Hansen. 220. Arndt's getting a decision or a major.
Major.
That's yeah. Couple of team point swings there for Random Lake. Heavyweight here with Preston Horahan and Brandt. This one that we always like the decision. It's either going to be a decision or a pin, Steve. I think that kind of you'll get that with heavyweights sometimes. So Horahan's getting the win.
Story of the heavyweights, right?
Whether it's a decision or a pin, we'll find out. And it looks like Aquinas lost a couple of chances for bonus points, able to pick up the pin here. At 106 pounds, Fitzpatrick, he's either getting 5 or 6. Kep is actually pretty good at not getting pinned here, so we try to give him a little benefit of the doubt.
Sure. I just had it straight up 6, but.
And you're calling it 113 pounds. Gibson versus Massa. Again, Massa, one of those guys, record's not flashy, but it's either going to be a major or a pin for Gibson.
Rams are going to go on a little run here. What a major. Okay.
120 pounds. We got Jackson Averill versus Thomas Bagnevsky. This one, don't need the wheel, giving 6 to Averill.
Yep.
126 pounds. This one's a little bit of a swing match here. Zach Moline, for not wrestling many matches, he got in like some good competition here, Steve. But yeah.
You want a swing match as far as who's going to win it?
I believe no, this one's 60-40. It's a major or a decision for Sanfilippo.
I gave Sanfilippo a major.
So Sanfilippo ends up getting a decision there.
Might be Filippo.
Sorry. Yep. Good call. 132 pounds. McShane versus Paulson. Paulson gave a 60-40 edge here.
Okay.
Paulson ends up. Think that almost math. Well, duel's not sealed up quite yet, but this one here, a Pomeroy and a Pinky.
Major.
We got so this one again, I'm going 80-20. This one, it's like not totally a swing match. Like I think Pomeroy is going to win, but there's still a small chance that Pinky could. Oh,
And he holds on to it. I had a major, but that's, yeah.
that would hang on a second. I think that one's a decision or a major. I think you're right. I think that was Pomeroy's getting the win there.
Yeah.
It's just that, yeah, nope, you're right. Then Flaggy versus Daggett. We gave 6 points to Flaggy here.
And the final is?
39-26 Aquinas.
Okay. All right. I had Aquinas 39-30.
39-30. So ended up
Correct.
being pretty close there. Let's see. Oh, so Aquinas winning the toss was big because Random Lake, I think they had the talent, Steve, to where they could have, I think they could have bumped up their guys, maybe could have bumped up their guys from 106 at least. Get Kep away from Fitzpatrick. But the thing is, like Moline, Paulson, like their records aren't flashy. They're still pretty good guys. Also, Moline's record isn't 1-1. I think I entered that incorrectly, but if you can go check it out on track as well. Aquinas winning the toss was also big because they were able to move away from Schwabe as well. But no,
Yeah.
this was a good duel with a lot of good matches.
Tim had it tighter than both of us, 34-30 Aquinas.
So yeah, we got Aquinas moving on to take on Coleman.
Which very easily could have happened, right?
Could have been a state finals match theoretically. Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. This one's
Random Lake versus Evansville. That's going to be an interesting one.
Nicolay PDC is going to be a. I got it tight. I'll just tell you that right now. I got it tighter than I thought it would be.
Nicolay PDC. Oh yeah. Well, let's see. Get back on my notes here. So Nicolay won the toss. I think this one will almost, the toss didn't really matter. I think it was going to be there's
Straight
like
up.
one thing Nicolay did, but the toss didn't affect it really. So starting at 152 pounds, I gave Shaka a 60-40 edge here over Ben Ott.
Okay.
This one, I'm just going to let you know, like there's a lot of, there's a lot of usage of the wheel in this one.
Okay.
Prairie Duchesne. Ben Ott comes out on top, which is a very realistic win, I would say. Yeah.
I picked him to win it. That was my, straight up.
There was I'm trying to think of what there was a common opponent, I think, that kind of gave me a little bit of an edge there to shake. And then Nicolay, I gave 6 to Braden Ott. One thing Braden Ott likes to do is pin people.
Yep,
He's pinned,
absolutely.
He's pinned people, of a very good caliber. I gave him 6.
Always got that cradle in his back pocket, right?
At 170 pounds, I straight up gave just 3 to Matt Koisel. Or Kuzel. Sorry, Kuzel. Matthew. Oh wait, I suppose I got my rig headband here.
Nice.
Well, 182 pounds, another swing match. I'd say after losing the first one, I think PDC, this is one that they need to win. Oh wait, so I had that at 60-40, but it's like in the middle of PDC.
Which one are you talking? The
182 pounds.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
You have this as a swing match?
Yeah.
Oh.
What? Yeah, did you theory? So theory, he had a lot of good wins, but he also had a couple of losses as well. That because I know, did you give the edge to theory there?
I did just because late.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, he had a lot of losses early and mid where you're like, how did he lose that guy? But late, he just seemed to be, in a very tough weight class, right?
So the Nicolay folks might come at me for this one. I know the wheel wasn't in favor of a swing match, but it landed smack dab in the middle of Prairie du Chien. So I feel but also I think, I think like eye test, I would go with Prairie on that one. 195 pounds. We got Garzone versus Wagner. I went 60-40 and Nicolay on this one.
Tim did, you have to check out Tim's comments as I'm looking over.
One match away from placing. Yeah. Nicolay wins at 195. 220 gave 6 to Demetrius Bisson.
Mm-hmm.
And then heavyweights, Stallmacher's winning this match.
Yes.
Whether it is a pin or a decision, we will see.
Teague, it's heavyweights. You know, if a kid's 10-21 and the other guy is 35-21, it's going to be a pin.
Hey, I'm just going with the information I had, man. 106 pounds here. So at 106, gave 6 to Ryland. I think they flipped. We've got flipped pins at 106 and 113.
Mm-hmm.
At 120, I gave Lewandowski a 70-30 chance.
Okay.
Oh,
what do you got?
It's a win for Drake Ingham comes through for Prairie du Chien there.
Okay.
This one I got a straight up swing match at 126 between. So this is the move I was talking about. They got Justin Cheezel, who usually wrestles 26. I figured they would bump him away from Rhett Koenig. They got Jaden Torresteen, who's also at 126. I figure they get it's a more likely win in this scenario. And the move pays off for them.
Nicolay wins. Okay.
Can you hear like the crowd cheering, or is that just me?
That's just you. I can't
screen
hear.
sharing just oh my god.
Well, I have my YouTube muted, so that's probably why.
Okay.
Yeah, you can probably have it on there.
138 pounds. I did another, let's see, give a swing match there. Who'd you give? Did you give it to
I gave it to Hurd.
Hurd?
Yep.
I got, okay, 3. And then the last one I just gave to Kramer straight up here.
Okay. What'd you give him? Major or a pin?
Oh, I gave him I gave him a major on this one.
Okay. All right.
So 39-22.
Wait, I can't see it. Who do you got winning?
It's 39-22 Nicolay.
Okay. All right. I got 32-30 PDC.
Which matches did you have different?
It's hard for me to see, Teague.
Okay,
well, I'll tell you this. I had Nicolay winning 30-6 after 106 pounds. And then I have Prairie du Chien winning the last 6 matches to win 32-30. So I guess that's a little bit of difference of.
So that's a 12 point. Yeah. Yep. No, that's fair. Let's see. I think, 26-38. That definitely I could see that like going Prairie du Chien's way. I think this result was a little bit of like a worst case scenario almost for Prairie du Chien. But I also don't think you can take away the 18 points from 220 to 106.
Right. Yeah, they're
Like,
gonna they're gonna be pinning machines. And Tim's the tiebreaker, and he's not the official tiebreaker, unofficial, but he had a big score, 39-23, Nicolay.
39-23. Oh, so he was almost spot on with the with the actual result of the duel. Then last one here, and Nicolay might get their chance here, Steve, to face Kakana, which would have been the state semifinal match this year.
Mm-hmm.
The last one up here, we got Brilliant versus Kakana. This one, I think I did paralysis by analysis. I don't know. There were some moves that could have been done. I think Kakana won the toss, and I think I might have chose the wrong one for them, but it worked out anyways in their favor. But all right. Anyways, 152 pounds. What did I end up doing? Okay, so I think Kakana, even though they send out first here, Brilliant can't really move anyone. So I think Kakana is doing what they did at Team State. They're going to move Kavanaugh and Hammond down. And then they got a little Chase Vanderlinden here. Not that I don't know if there needed to be this much like thinking in this duel, but I still think Mach is going to try to put the best lineup out there that he can. Mm-hmm. I gave Stabani a major. At 160 pounds, I gave Kavanaugh a major. 170. Hammond, I said he's either getting a tech or a pin here.
Yep.
And he gets a tech. Which I was kind of leaning towards, just like looking at records. You kind of want to lean towards pin, but Hammond, sure, he very much likes to tech people. 182 pounds. What did I end up having here? So this was big. So Kakana, like they still made the move at 152 because Brilliant didn't have the lineup flexibility. And then we get Wenzicki versus Schmidt. I gave Wenzicki a 70-30 edge here, Steve.
Okay.
I would say Wenzicki was one of the best wrestlers to not qualify for state this year.
Nice, tough kid.
Ended up stuck behind Gibbons and Alexander. Wenzicki gets the win. Uh, 195 pounds. We got Kilgus versus Correa. I'm going to the wheel on this one, Steve. I think Garrett Kilgus gets a pin against most people with Correa's record, but we've seen Brian Correa put up some pretty good fights as well.
We have, yep. He's a situational wrestler.
And Garrett Kilgus still gets the pin there.
Sure.
And then at 220 and heavyweight, I gave 6 to Kakana.
Correct.
At 106 pounds, I gave 6 to Logan Mueller.
Mm-hmm.
113 pounds, I said Huntley was either getting a major or a tech.
Okay. I just did a straight up decision just because I know Kakana wrestlers, and I was impressed against that home match, how they situational wrestled.
Sadly, so was I.
Not situational. Situation wrestled. Wait, I can't. Whatever. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
No, you nailed it. Who did I? Oh, Kakana. So that would be a major there for Huntley. So I think that's the happy medium there.
Okay.
That we got. 120 pounds. Peters versus Nicholas. Peters is getting a tech or a pin here. Nicholas is he's still a solid guy, but I still think Peters, if he wants to get the tech, he's going to go out and get it. And Nicholas holds off.
Okay.
Brian Winans versus Garrett Dieter gave 6 to Winans there. Connor Smith versus Sean McConnell gave 4 to Smith. Grayson Clark versus Cashin Miller. This one I wanted to put down as a swing match, but I gave 6 to Grayson instead. And then 145.
Wait, you wanted to put it as a swing match? You mean for
Yeah, no,
Oh.
no, I did not want to do that.
Oh, okay. I
just
was going to
wanted
do Caston Miller with the surprise Gator roll pin.
give
Grayson Clark catches them sleeping a little bit.
That would have been if you had like your scoreboard as 6 for Caston Miller, that would have been great. I'd put it up like on social media just for the. And then we gave 3 to Mr. Peyton Lee.
I think our scores might be the same. They're close.
48-20.
Oh, nice. I had 45-19. So pretty close.
All right. So we got real quick here.
Minus the Gator roll pin. I was just kidding on that for anybody.
Minus the real quick here. We'll run through, folks. We'll run through what the next round of matches is going to be. 52-28 Kaukauna with no changes. Yeah, I think it was probably one of those it could have just been straight up, but you know me, Steve. I like to play around with things.
You bet.
So first round of consolation, which will be 2 weeks from now. It's going to be Iowa Grand Highland versus Winneconne, St. Croix Falls versus Neenah, Evansville versus Random Lake, and then Prairie du Chien versus Brillion. That'll be on like this little part of the bracket here. Then we got Rapids taking on River Falls. We got Milton versus McGuanago, Steve. I think that's a matchup. It basically happened at regionals, but now we get to see it. I think in a dual setting that changes things a little bit.
100%.
Then we got Coleman versus Aquinas, and then
I can call Pat and maybe we can get him as a guest speaker on for that one duel.
That would be fun. Then we got let's see, Kaukauna versus Nicolet, which we kind of talked about that one.
Sure. Hypothetically.
And then let's see. Oh, next week, part 2, round 1. We got Amory versus Kimberly, Pulaski versus Stoughton, Arrowhead versus Baldwin Woodville, Lodi versus Holman. Man, Lodi versus Holman. Coaches, if you're still on here, we did have one coach send us some thought. I mean, I kind of outed it with the matchup there, but Cody Enders basically says, he's like, this is how we would beat Holman. Coaches, I would love to hear your input on like what you would do in these matches. I think it could make things almost easier as well. So if you want to get your 2 cents in on me, I can even keep you anonymous. Sorry, Cody, not you anymore. But no, it's we're having fun with this. We got Marshfield versus Cadott, Mineral Point versus Luxembourg Casco, Wausau West versus Muskego, and Franklin versus Fenimore. Folks, if there's anything you want changed or not, just put it in the comments and I'll check it out here once we end the video. But otherwise, I think that's what we got for this. No, I had a fun first 8 matches, Steve. I think
absolutely.
I think there's a lot of things that could have gone wrong and minimal things did go wrong. So
right. Good stuff. Appreciate everybody watching.
Can't complain. And yeah, have a good night, everybody. Catch you on the flip side.